Now moving towards conclusion of this Kashmir problem. Now I will conclude, right, from three aspects. First conclusion, peace process, it is the dire need, okay, but we did not realize the significance of peace process, okay, and we have kept our hostility and enmity alive. And peace process has collapsed because of cross-border terrorism, because of line of control conflicts, because of Yadev issue, because of extremist behavior, and there are a couple of more, but these are the important ones. So therefore, if we want to improve the relations, if we really want to behave sensibly and want to avoid nuclear war, then we have to work on these spoilers. We have to establish trust on each other, and we have to take care of the sensitivities of each country. Because we have to go for it maybe, okay, 10 years, 20 years after, okay, this period, we have no other option. For how long hostility will continue and we will afford. Secondly, my conclusion is from Kashmir point of view that you have seen the response. I have just touched some of the impacts, what is going to happen in future, and it is very important that India should realize the intensity of the situation and should realize the miseries of the Kashmiri Muslims on the Indian Jammu and Kashmir, and thereby should relax the conditions and listen to their demands and fulfill them. Plus, it should talk to Pakistan. From the world side, there was a very, very ambiguous offer by Donald Trump that I am ready to mediate for Kashmir, but Modi refused. So India is very adamant. So dialogue, right, that's very important. That is only going to, okay, solve the problem. And for Pakistan, okay, there are three options to keep pressing the world to put pressure on India for dialogue, number one. Number two, Pakistan should use all the diplomatic options available with it to highlight the Kashmir situation and the human rights violations in the same area. And third option, okay, which is very important, that instead of promoting the Muslim Kashmiris, Pakistan should try to promote, right, all the people living in Jammu and Kashmir, and Pakistan should focus on their right of self-determination and freedom. Because when we say only Muslims, right, want freedom, then obviously it's quoted by the religion, and the international community is not bothered. But when we are going to talk of everybody living in Indian Jammu and Kashmir, then it would be, right, a call for legitimate, genuine freedom movement. Because according to United Nations Charter, right, every nation is, right, bound to have right of self-determination. India and Pakistan, right, they also got independence on the basis of right of self-determination. So if we can promote and we can bring the prominent Kashmiri leaders, right, on different global forums who should, right, discuss the significance of Kashmir and their problems and role of India, and they should try to gain the sympathies of the international community. Now the last third option, overall. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have achieved, right, from this 70 years hostility with each other. India is a better side, stronger economically and militarily, and India has balanced both sides, that is military side and its economic side. But this is not the case when we talk of Pakistan. From the very beginning, we had fragile conditions and we had meager resources, and then the security problem. So we had to divert these meager resources, right, for the purpose of defense, to secure ourselves. And so we were left with very little money to invest on the infrastructure or socio-economic sectors. So it was a kind of self-destructive path which we chose, and where we are standing today. We are insecure from all sides. Our international image is so bad. We are given all kind of negative labels by the international community. We have not been able to provide jobs, food, healthcare, water to the people of Pakistan, and we have been left behind. This is because of foreign policy. We need to review, and India also need to review that we are living in a world of geoeconomics, where economics is the basis of all the foreign policies of the nations, and it's very important for the stability of the whole region, South Asia, that India and Pakistan, they should shun their rivalry and focus on the areas which I have already explained. And there are examples in the world. I give you one example of France and Germany, neighbors, and they were old rivals for the last 500 years. Our rivalry, right, is just 70 years old, and their enmity was 500 years old. In both the First World War, Second World War, they fought against each other. And in both wars, Germany, right, ruined Afghanistan, France, both the wars. And then after the end of the Second World War, they both decided something different. First of all, they realized why we fight. And they were also haunted with the devastation and deaths in the Second World War. And now they wanted development. Okay, they wanted end of conflicts, end of disputes, end of wars. And they took an initiative, a very innovative approach, that let's become friends. And so by ending their rivalry, they started their friendship, and this laid the foundation of European Union. 2 से 6 countries हुए, 6 से 12 हुए, 12 से 28 हुए. And European Union became right, one of the richest continents of the world. It has the highest per capita income in the world. It is a place where the the Europeans, they used to have frequent wars and feuds, and now there has been no war since Second World War, and they are genuine democracies, and they have brought prosperity. They have become custodian of the human rights. So can we learn a lesson from this example? Can we also build peace and become good neighbors and then work for the whole region? Another example, Brazil and Argentina, they were also bad neighbors, and ultimately they also said goodbye to their conflicts and established friendship, and now they are having joint ventures of armaments and space and vehicles. So ladies and gentlemen, I have discussed the relationship, hostile relationship, and where we have gone, okay, to the lowest level in the history. And I don't see any future as far as the dialogue is concerned. So I don't see that in near future there is going to be any relaxation of the tension or easing of the tension. Then I have talked these three phases, and last phase I have discussed in detail because it pertains to the latest developments in Kashmir. And I have given conclusion from three aspects. I hope you have enjoyed my lecture. Thank you very much for staying with me. And as Corona is right, has created very panicky situation, so stay home, stay safe, prepare with gifts. Good luck. Allah Hafiz.